All right, the stuff I ordered on Black Friday is here, or at least most of it is here. So I figured we'd go ahead and unbox all 5 items, starting with the least expensive and actually working our way up to the most expensive items in this list. Now, when I purchase things, it's not simply because I want to accumulate. The reality is I have to continue to produce content. So I'm thinking about themes, different aspects, and stuff that I want to approach in the future, or maybe top 10s and so on. So I'm trying to assemble a set of different items for those purposes. That's kind of what I'm going for. So let's go ahead and start with the least expensive and actually work our way up to the most expensive item. So the first one we're going to go to is something I've talked about in the past, but maybe we'll spend a little bit more time with, and that is going to be the Sofirn HS10. Now, this light is so good. When I traded it to a friend of mine, I realized this is a light too good not to have for future comparisons. It really, really is. It is a very compact flashlight with an excellent emitter, a great user interface, a USB Type-C recharging port right here, and it also has a headband as well as a pocket clip. So no matter how you want to carry it, it's going to be usable in that manner. So I think the way they want it is to kind of set it up like so, which actually I kind of like, because it means you clip this part onto your pocket. The button is down, and actually I think if I remember correctly, you have to undo the bottom. I've talked about these flashlights in the past. These are excellent. They usually come with a battery as well. And this is no exception. And they usually have a little bit of charge, so we'll showcase that for just a second. So there we go. Excellent emitter on this one. LH351D from Samsung. High CRI above 95. And this light, currently including Cyber Monday deals, because some of these have ended, we'll talk about that. This deal is still running. This whole setup that you just saw here is a total of $23. It comes with the lanyard, it comes with some spare washers, it comes with a Type-C charging cable, the little attachment with the headband, and of course the instruction manual. This is a fantastic light. If you're looking for a small headlamp to throw in a bag that is completely waterproof, IPX8, this is a great option. All right, let's move on. I ignored this flashlight for way too long because I did not realize that it had a unique feature of being able to work as a power bank on top of everything else. So that is way worth having in my collection. I have the 21700 variant made by Workhost, the HD20. I love it. In fact, I have 2 of them that I use as power banks, but having a smaller one might work a little bit better in the pocket. Now that I'm seeing it, it's not that much smaller, but it is a lot lighter. And the cool thing here is there are actually 2 different emitters. There is a emitter that projects a beam far distance, and then we have a high CRI emitter that works with up close inspections and that kind of thing. So it's a great hybrid light. It has a Type-C charging port on the back. You can, like I said, you can use this to you can charge it with a Type A to Type-C cable, and if you use a C to C, you'll actually be able to reverse charge it. Now I cannot remember. Oh, it does. It does have a magnetic charging base, so that's pretty cool. It also comes with a headband already set up, which is good. And this one goes over top your head, cable. Oh, I did not know. This is cool. This is actually kind of cool. I didn't know it comes with a 18350 tube. I did not know that. Maybe it listed it, but I don't remember that being present. But that's amazing because it means you can actually shorten this thing down to a ridiculously small length, and that could be even more pocketable. You can technically do reverse charging, but it wouldn't make that much sense. But either way, it's pretty awesome. So there you go. You have your clip option if you want to do that as well. Oh, that's nice and solid. And then you have the small variant, the small tube, if you want to shrink it even further. And this thing, I think I remember, it's coming in at around $30, and it comes included Let's see if it comes, how it comes with a 18650 battery. Where's the piece of paper? There it is. So that comes with a 3000 milliamp hour 18650. This is made, of course, by Wurkkos, but Wurkkos is OEM'd by Sofirn, just to keep in mind. Okay, this one might be fully dead. Oh, no, but it's close. You can see the red cable. Both lights are currently on, and I'm not going to go into the user interface. Maybe I'll do that in a later video, but you can control them both at the same time or one or the other. Love it. Just first inspections, this is a lot more value than I expected because this is about $5 by itself, but $30 includes the 18650, everything you see here, and it has reverse charging. It's one of 2 flashlights in this size range that I'm just godsmack over, both made by Workhouse. The other one, which is not available on Amazon, is the I want to say it's FC13. Yeah, it's a brand new one that they've just come out with. It hasn't even hit Amazon's market yet, but we'll talk about it later, maybe in this video at the same time. Okay, let's move on. Going up in price. As I said, I was going to be picking one of these up. Now, I have not just this, but also the A6 to talk about. I probably will put them both together in a single video. But this is their updated variant of their A28. So 2 buttons instead of 1, a bigger battery. Somehow they found a way to put even more battery into this thing. And it has a Type-C charging port. It is still IPX8 waterproof. So really, really well done. The other thing that I asked for is, could it please have like a reversible clip? And it does in fact have a reversible clip. I don't know if I needed it to have a magnet built in to that clip. I don't think that part was necessary for me, but you know what? We'll see if it becomes an issue or not. Overall, though, I love the way it looks. They do a great job, and it's surprisingly small, this flashlight. I'm right now, just the one I have thrown in my pocket is this. This is the Next Torch that I reviewed recently. I mean, it's a pretty small flashlight. 1000 lumens maximum output with this thing, and of course it has the side lights. So really, really cool flashlight. We'll talk about that when we go over the A6. We'll put both of those flashlights together in a single video review. All right, I don't know which one is which, so we'll start with the smaller one. Invicta. I got 2 watches from Invicta. Unfortunately, both of these are no longer on sale. They've gone back up to their normal prices. That's too bad. I wish they had continued it through Cyber Monday. I don't know why they did that, but it is what it is. So we'll start with this one. I don't know which one it is. Oh, interesting. This is the more expensive of the 2. You know what? We'll go with that one next. These are basically the same type of watch. They are very, very, very similar, except one is in titanium. So we'll go through that one next. What am I missing here? Oh, it opens like that. Interesting. All right, so the first one is this. All right, limited lifetime warranty, instructions, and so on. So let's go ahead and pull this thing out here. Boom. Is there another piece of plastic? There is. Very, very nice. Diving watch for the most part. I think this is only rated to 100 meters, so it's barely... Oh no, it is 200 meters, so it technically is a true diving watch. All right, rock on. But I saw this watch. This watch is an automatic. See in the back, it is actually an automatic. 20 joules. This is a 20 joule flashlight. A 20 joule watch. And what they mean by joules are the ruby pivots, which unfortunately my thing is struggling to see. You could see a couple of them exposed right there. Oh boy, I'm struggling with this camera right now. But trust me, they are there. This watch has been reviewed quite a bit. it has mixed. I'll be honest. For people who are the watch lovers, it has a bit of mixed reviews. I don't know if it's warranted or not, but I will tell you right now, when I watched some of the reviews for this, the context was them being almost 3 times the cost that this currently is. So whatever they were reviewing at, it was like $150. This is currently sitting at, this was $50 when I purchased it. $50 for an automatic, okay? Unbelievable. So I don't know how much more you could expect, but yeah. I dig that a lot. I also like the constant second hand versus the other types. God, that's nice. Now this one is, it's getting interesting. I'm just kind of getting a sense of weight. I'm gonna put this back on here for now. But let's go ahead and open up. Is there anything else in here that I need to be aware of? Possibly. I'll deal with it in a little bit. Let's just get right to the next part. We're going to be opening this up. And this is basically the same watch. Pretty close to the same. Slightly different bezel. But essentially it's the same watch. Except this one has a titanium frame. Oh yeah, it's like a nice bead blasted tie as well. So it's going to match up nicely with a bunch of different things. And with these kind of, what do you call it, polished accents, it'll kind of match with a lot of different stuff, which I like a lot. What's with all the coverings? I guess they're trying to not get it scratched up. That's fair. That's fair. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but you know what? We're just going for it. Boom. That one's off. Just need to pull this off, and I think we're good to go. Okay. There we go. Oh my goodness, that is way lighter. So really nice on both these. Oh, there's some plastic here. All right, there we go. Let's put that back. All right, so I think I got it all off. But we have a titanium bracelet. What also looks like it's titanium, but I can't tell if these are titanium as well, these middle links. But you can see there's a very high similarity between the two, just a little bit different on the bezel. There's a 10 mark here versus no 10 mark over there. Slightly different graduations. There's dots all the way around, whereas this one does not have it. I don't necessarily like one over the other, but what I will tell you is that there's a pretty significant difference in weight between these two, which is not surprising. The difference between titanium and steel. Very, very nice. I'm going to enjoy these for sure. Titanium watch. This came in at $92 in automatic. I don't know what more you can want for $92, but in this form factor, I'm gonna say I dig it. Is it a little bit? It does feel like it might be even a little bit bigger. Not necessarily a problem. Let me see something. I think it is actually a bigger. Oh yeah, definitely big, a lot bigger. And I kind of like both, but for different reasons. So that's kind of neat. Smaller bezel, bigger bezel. Very nice. And I don't have the. I don't have the biggest wrists. Never have. But yeah, I dig that for sure. Gonna have to take a few links out, but overall, very, very nice. That's pretty much what I got for Black Friday. There was a couple other things. Some sales are still going. I finally scored a Wazoo beanie as well, which I missed the last couple of years. They don't only make a few of them every year out of merino wool, and then they're usually gone. I got that as well, but generally speaking, that was the extent of my purchases for Black Friday. I'm pretty happy so far. I mean, these kinds of watches I'm going to have to wear a little bit, but I mean, come on. This was 50, 92. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. So well done. We're going to be doing a bunch of videos on knives under 100 specifically. And I don't know if I can technically call this under 100 because it's now above that price point. But for a while, it dipped below, so I don't know. You let me know. Can I call this a watch under 100 or not? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is just a fun unboxing. I hope you are having a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll talk again soon.